of love that never found his earthly close. What sequel, streaming eyes and breaking hearts, are all the same as if he had not been. Not so shall error in the round of time. Still, Father Truth, oh, shall the braggart shout for some blind glimpse of freedom work itself through madness hated by the wise to law. System and empire, sin itself be found. The cloudy porch oft, opening on the sun, and only he, this wonder dead, become mere highway dust, are year by year alone, still brooding in the ruins of a life, nightmare of youth, the spectre of himself. If this were thus, if this indeed were all, better the narrow brain, the stony heart, the staring eye glazed over with sapless days, the long mechanic pacings to and fro, the set grey life, an apathetic end. But am I not the nobler through thy love? Oh, 3 times less unworthy likewise thou art, more through love, and greater than thy years. The sun will run his orbit, and the moon her circle, wait, and love himself will bring the drooping flower of knowledge changed to fruit of wisdom. Wait, my faith is large in time, and that which shapes it to some perfect end. Will some one say, then why not ill for good? Why took ye not your pastime to that man? My work shall answer, since I knew the right and did it. For a man is not as God, but then most godlike being most a man. So let me think 'tis well for thee and me, ill-fated that I am. What lot is mine, whose foresight preaches peace, my heart so slow to feel it? For how hard it seemed to me, when eyes love languid through half tears would dwell, one earnest moment upon mine, then not to dare to see when thy low voice, faltering would break its syllables, teat mine own, full tuned, hold passion in a leash, and not leap forth and fall about thy neck, and on thy bosom deep desired relief. Rain out the heavy mist of tears that weighed upon my brain, my senses, and my soul, for love himself took part against himself, to warn us off, and duty loved of love. Oh, this world's curse, beloved but hated, came like death betwixt thy dear embrace and mine, and crying, who is this? Behold thy bride. She pushed me from thee, if the sense is hard. To alien ears I did not speak to these, no, not to thee, but to thyself and me. Hard is my doom and thine, thou knowest it all. Could love part thus? Was it not well to speak? To have spoken once, it could not but be well. The slow, sweet hours that bring us all things good, the slow, sad hours that bring us all things ill, and all good things from evil brought the night in which we sat together and alone, and to the want that hollowed all the heart, gave utterance by the yearning of an eye that burned upon its object through such tears as flow but once a life. The trance gave way to those caresses when 100 times in that last kiss, which never was the last, farewell like endless welcome lived and died. Then followed counsel, comfort, and the words that make a man feel strong in speaking truth. Till now the dark was worn and overheard, the lights of sunset and of sunrise mixed. In that brief night, the summer night that paused among her stars to hear us, stars that hung, love charmed to listen, all the wheels of time spun round in station, but the end had come. Oh, then, like those who clench their nerves to rush upon their dissolution, we too rose, there closing like an individual life, in one blind cry of passion and of pain, like bitter accusation even to death, caught up in the whole of love and uttered it, and bade adieu for ever. Live, yet live. Shall sharpest pathos blight us, knowing all life needs for life is possible to will. Live happy, tend thy flowers, be tended by my blessing. Should my shadow cross thy thoughts too sadly for their peace, remand it thou for calmer hours to memory's darkest hold. If not to be forgotten, not at once, not all forgotten, should it cross thy dreams. Oh, might it come like one that looks content, with quiet eyes and faithful to the truth, and point thee forward to a distant light, our seem to lift a burthen from thy heart, and leave thee freer till thou wake refreshed. Then when the first low matin chirp hath grown full choir, and morning driven her plough of pearl, far furrowing into the light, the mounted rack beyond the fair green field and eastern sea, there is the servant master, parent child, spousal, and socially inappropriate levels of love for thee, with, of course, friendship as that second level left out, and too sadly for their peace, so put it back, for calmer hours in memory's darkest hold, if unforgotten should it cross thy dreams, so might it come. Morn in the white wake of the morning star came furrowing all the orient into gold, and with both seest thou not like An's son, the hardy plough swing unto mighty Jove, hath traced his silver furrows in the heaven, which in turn is borrowed from Ariosto. Oh, right. Okay. So that's the last quote there. But it's important to remember, like the yin yang thing, you got, the da to the other and the other. There's these male and female types. I mean, no one's purely one or the other, although there's only two genders biologically, and there's no transgender in biological terms. But let's end here with the Pellows evocation. I am he, the bornless spirit, having sight in the feet, strong and the immortal fire. I am he, the truth. I am he who hate that evil should be wrought in the world. I am he who moveth. Oh, I am he whose mouth ever flameth. I am he from whom is the shower of the life of the earth. I am he the repenter and the holder unto the light. I am he, the grace of the world. The heart girt with the serpent is my name. Thee I invoke, the bornless one, thee that didst create the heaven Thee that didst create the night and the day. Thee that didst create the earth and the heaven. Thee that didst create the darkness and the light. Thou art myself made perfect. Thou art the truth in matter. Thou art the truth in emotion. Thou hast distinguished between the just and the unjust. Thou didst form the male and the female. Thou didst produce the seeds and the fruit. Thou didst form men to love one another and to hate one another. And okay, where's it start? Hear me and make all spirits subject unto me, so that every spirit of the firmament and of the ether, upon the earth and under the earth, on dry land and in the water, of whirling air and of a rushing fire, and every spell and scourge of God may be obedient unto me. So, we have difference of how we're approaching that, but